Hello everybody and konnichiwa from Tokyo, Japan. This is the Diddler Cup Racing Series. We are live in Tokyo, Japan at Strong Style Kings Roadway. It is a beautiful, beautiful tri-oval course of, we're saying about, just about 4 miles long, I believe. Anyway, my name is Chip Chapman. I'm joined, as always, by the man sitting to my right here in the commentary booth. He is short track specialist, going to be speaking on a lot of super speedway racing here on this 4.923 miles. That's exactly what it is. It's a triangle, tri-oval. We'll try anything oval. It is Lightning Lloyd Shivers.
Hi, konnichiwa. Nisen Hachiden Diddler Cup Racing Series. Man, I've been studying this whole flight over, and I still ain't picking it up.
You know, I don't know about you, but like about a week before we went off on this journey, I passed myself a Rosetta Stone, so I'm good until then. It hurt like hell, but you know, it's all good. We are in Japan, as one of our assistants has told me. That's where the Pokemans is from.
Hi,
hello. Yeah, we already did the greeting.
Yeah,
Lloyd,
yes.
we already did the.
Hello.
Yeah, hello. Yeah,
Yes,
Chip Chapman.
yes, I'm saying hello. I'm saying yes. Just affirming what the information that's coming across to you.
Right. Yes.
Hi.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Third base. All right, get the vaudeville music out here, but we got a goddamn auto race today. We are here in Tokyo, Japan. We have no fucking clue what time it is, but it is.
It's too damn late.
It is too damn late. It is too damn early. I don't know, but we're going to have a goddamn auto race. It is the Cinnafist 500. We're going 45 laps on a 4.923 mile tri-oval. So tri-oval, of course, doesn't mean that we're going to make an attempt at it. It means it's just basically a three-sided kind of rounded sort of. It's going to there's 3 turns, okay? You don't have to worry about turn 4, which is usually a bitch, because we only got 3 turns. Lord, what sort of things is going to be different in this tri-oval course?
Well, it's actually more of a sun oval, if you will. The speeds are going to be stupid ridiculous. We're talking speeds of over 230 miles an hour. There is a ton of real estate up this track. And from the earlier practice sessions, it seemed like some people had trouble negotiating the entry to pit lane.
Pit lane is a very interesting thing. It is actually a raised pit road. We're going to see if we can get a quick shot of pit lane. You really can't. You can see it right there. Off on the side, pit lane there is actually a lip up. So pit lane, you have to, if you don't make it onto pit road, you are SOL, and you got to go nearly 5 miles. You got to go nearly 5 miles in order to get back on the pit lane. That's going to be a problem if fuel is an issue. We don't know if fuel's going to be an issue. I think that we're expecting about 1 green flag stop. That, of course, is if we don't have any wrecks. But let's be honest. We saw how these cars were racing during practice, and, of course, during qualifying. They got a lot of space to move, but that ain't gonna mean they've given anybody some room here.
No, these boys are gonna drive stupid as hell, and of course, what a magnificent facility built by the most glorious and honorable Mr. Naga.
Yes, Naga be praised.
Yes, Naga be praised. I know. I feel like if his representative were just here, just bursting in the booth, going, "Gentlemen." And then he'd be telling us all about how wonderful this place is. I mean, you got like 2 different amusement parks here. You got like a whole damn Disney World in here, or a Nara Dreamland, or some shit.
There is also a third partially built amusement park, which again is partially built, but it's done. Like, it is a third amusement park. You ever see them those roller coaster tycoon sort of videos where they're going up and then they're about to go down, but the track just stops and the cars just kind of come down? You can ride that if you want. I mean, you got to sign a waiver, but so does everybody. I mean, when you enter the track, it's just sign a waiver. We got cars going on. It ain't any more safe than running in this race or being up here in this booth. You saw the opening video. You saw how these cars can fly. One could be coming right across and into your windshield.
That's a cool thing, and I hear they're even going to try and run it during the race itself. That ought to be fun. Of course, the waivers are all written in kanji and everything, so most of us couldn't even understand it.
Not at all. Well, I think what we can understand is that a rookie is on the pole yet again. Yes, Agent right. Toby Keith.
How do you like him now?
And he loves this bar, if by bar we mean racetrack, because he qualified top with Paul Walker in that 00 Nihilist Arby's car for Spub and Mortports. The Ford's looking really good in this race on the front row. And Toby Keith, yeah, he's got his whiskey girl up in the pits, giving some good as his crew chief. And that is just outstanding work for Agent Toby Keith, a rookie, and ATF Bureau. He is actually the only car in ATF Bureau Racing that is not qualified for the playoffs. He wants to make it 3 for 3. Maybe he can do it if he can hold on to this lead. But let's go ahead and find out more about these cars, these mighty machines, and how they are running. This is the starting grid and how they're going to line up for the Cinnafist 545 laps on this just under 5-mile racetrack. It is Agent Toby Keith and Paul Walker, a pair of Fords on the front row. Paul Walker in that 00 Nihilist Arby's. On row 2, it is Reverend Pastor Chavez in that number 33 Toyota Yaris and Kevin Boner Pillman, a couple of winners already who have qualified for the playoffs on row 2. Stumpy Lane in the number 9 Gumboo's car, and Fat Darrell in that All the Ham Pontiac. They're on row 4. Jeff Shanice and Joe John Winchester. Winchester, of course, is already qualified for ATF Bureau on row 4. On row 5, it is Ricky Walton and Paul Alcohol. Again, a pair of cars that have already qualified for the playoffs. Morris Mayfield in that number 69 car.
Nice.
And Giacomo after a rough wreck that ended the last race. He is in the playoffs. Richard Blood and Harry Gunt on the next row in that box of wine car, still looking for his first series win. There's Petrol Topoff in that number 90 Dimitri's Russian Roulette laser tag car, and El Matador Toto Rosanna. Topoff also qualified. Cobb Salad also is qualified. There he is, the number 21 legal bet for realmoney.gov Ford Pinto, along with Jim Blossoms in the Plasma Train car. There's Dirk Tanaka in the number 99 Slap Mark car, along with another another Chevy, Jeff Gordon the horse in that number 8 Gunk car. There's Big Daddy Thibodeau and Vitaly Kriptoff on row number 11. Row number 12, it's Woo Bye Bally in the 103 Hugger Orange Pontiac. And Doug Pork, the rookie, in that Good Gravy Pontiac Bonneville. On this row, it's Smiley Van Buren in the number 11 I Ate the Bones KFC car. And Bucky Dewshine in the Taco Baco car, number 55. Pair of rookies from Spub and Mortports. There's Mr. Naga's most glorious driver on the number 10, and Bowie Jessup, a pair of Toyotas on row 14. Row 15, there's our series champion, Jean-Paul Henry in the number 40 Ludger Beer Bombs Chevy, and 542 Norman in the Florida Georgia Lime Dodge Stratus, our youngest driver. And in the back, it's Ennio Sparini and Nikolai the Soviet driving bear at the back of the field. So it's going to be really interesting, and it's going to get really stupid up and in here. It's going to get so very stupid.
I tell you, none of these engineers really know how to build a super speedway car and then just to put the biggest, most powerful motor in the car and hope to God they can drive it.
And the best thing is, most of our tracks are super speedways. It just seems to work that way. I love it.
I love
it. You gotta have yourself built for a super speedway at this point.
Oh, yes. Oh, hey, thank you. This is the point in time where we want to thank our sponsors of the race, Cinnafist, as they have presented.
Goodness!
Because they have been so generous, and because we are getting used to the culture shock here, we have been presented this fine plate. This is a 5-pound Cinnafist, served complete with chopsticks, which, as I understand, are not actually chopsticks. These are actually just drumsticks.
I mean, okay. Sure, I'll play a solo. I'll play some YYZ on this. I don't know.
I think we should. Oh hell!
How are we gonna eat? Oh my God, we got this entire race. We got to finish this. I mean, it'd be rude not to, right? Oh my God, are they still bringing more? There's like 6 guys lined up, 6 like Japanese chefs. Like it's like an army of zombie chefs out there, all holding Cinnafist ready to bring it in. I don't want to be rude, but I don't know how we're gonna eat this dang thing. This thing is the size of both of our heads combined.
Oh man, that's fine. We'll find a way here.
It's good. Oh my God, he brought in a lunch pail of frosting.
Oh man.
I mean, I love frosting, but that's a lot of. Okay, well, we got ourselves a challenge for 45 laps. Shall we go ahead and thank the Lord for this one?
Yes. Oh my goodness! I believe they are already starting the music. One year ago, a man's fantasy became reality in a forum never seen before. The Diddler Cup Racing Series, a giant motorsport arena. The motivation for spending his fortune to create this speedway was to encounter new, original vehicular disasters, which would be called true artistic creations. To realize his dream, he secretly started choosing the top Jeffs of various styles of racing, and he named his men the Iron Jeffs, the invincible men of racing stupidity. Iron Jeff Japanese is Mr. Naga's most glorious and honorable driver. Iron Jeff French is defending champion Jean-Paul Henry. Iron Jeff Chinese is Jeff Shanice. And Jeff Gordon the horse is Iron Jeff Horse. Strong Style Kings Roadway is the arena where the Diddler Cup drivers await the challenges of this demanding 5-mile super speedway. Both the drivers and their competitors have 45 laps to tackle the theme ingredient of the day, using all their lack of senses, lack of skill, and crashing creativity. They're to prepare multi-car wrecks never seen before. And if ever a driver wins the Diddler Cup Racing Series, they will gain the people's ovation and fame forever. Every battle, reputations are on the line in the Diddler Cup Racing Series, where master drivers pit their artistic creations against one another. What inspiration does today's race bring? And how will the Diddler Cup Racing Series provide entertainment for the fans? The heat will be on!
That is just beautiful. That might be my favorite thing. The Iron Jeffs. We may have just created ourselves a new racing team.
That's wonderful.
The Iron Jeffs. Hell.
That was so wonderful. God. Damn, I love that damn
movie. That brings a tear to your eye.
Man.
Might need a third Jeff to join Jeff Gordon the horse and Jeff Shanice.
Now I can confirm that when Jeff Gordon the horse came out for driver introductions, he was accompanied by his own symphony string band.
I was gonna say a string quartet. Absolutely, that's what I expect out of Iron Jeff Gordon the horse. Oh god, we hadn't even started the goddamn auto race. Alright, well, I'm gonna go ahead and grab this microphone and hand it to the chairman and allow him to give those not quite famous words, but you know, you'll get the point across, so allow me to do that. Drivers, allez racing!
Yes, Kyono Tamawa, Cinnafist.
Apparently, the secret ingredient is Cinnafist and high-octane beepus.
So, bang a gong, we are on for 45 laps of flat-out racing at Tokyo, Japan, Strong Style Kings Roadway.
Okay, yeah, I was just going to say, I thought we saw a big gap between Joe John Winchester and Paul Alcohol, maybe, but everyone seems to be okay right now. We are just kind of heading around. They're going to have a full lap before the pace car is off. But yeah, you were saying. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, Loa. We got some time to fill.
Oh no, that's fine. Here we got 45 minutes here. We got 45 laps. It's going to be just a little under an hour here. Of course, drivers are encouraged to use the theme ingredient of this race, which not only is Cinnafist, but also it's just flat out stupid American speed.
And don't even have to be American speed. We got an international. Racing field. We got all sorts of parts of the world covered, including two drivers of Japanese.
Yes, Mr. Naga's most.
I was gonna say inheritance, but Japanese origin. We got Dirk Tanaka, who of course is now currently living in the States, but he is of Japanese ethnicity and birth, and Mr. Naga's most glorious driver in the number 10.
Yeah, and I think all the pressure is going to be on him based on some of the pre-race quotes left by the representative of Mr. Naga, the most glorious and honorable one. May he race for 10,000 laps.
Yeah, no doubt about that. And we're looking at Dirk Tanaka in the slap mark car, only a couple of rows in front of him. Already qualified for the playoffs, making it 2 for 2 for Slap Dong Racing. Slap Dong Corporate Racing. That, of course, is the slap mark car number 99. And, of course, Kevin Boner-Pillman, who's on row 2, the outside, in that number 15, Dongarex Injectapen. Chevy Prism, of course, he's already got a win as well. But we are seeing, now that is the beauty of the Dongarex Injectapen and Slapmart corporate sponsorship. They created a racing team, a 2-car team, because Slapmart is the premier place to get your Dongarex Injectapen, which, of course, is an EpiPen-like maneuver, an EpiPen-like device. You just stab yourself in the dick, and you get a good 15 minutes of male enhancement. And, of course, you know, that 15 minutes does include the time you have to clean up the blood and get the pain to subside and maybe ice yourself. But, I mean, you know, that gives you a good 6.5 minutes. Yeah. Okay, pace car is off. Here we go. We are about to go around. The fireworks are still showing the smoke clearing. That is maybe from the carnival. As we are reaching over, strapping something on, and let's go, Diddler! Oh, yes! Konnichiwa, bitches! It is Agent Toby Keith bringing those cars right to the line. And Paul Walker, look at him.
Cinnafist 500 och Agent Toby Keith.
Paul Walker already like looking for that inside line that we saw in practice.
The Japanese PA announcer this track is losing his absolute damn mind.
As he should.
The first corner.
These Madden machines are powering themselves around, and a super speedway means you need a drafting partner. What we saw in practice was basically these two lines of we're seeing them run on have been the preferred lines. You don't see a lot of guys going low, going high, maybe just a pass, but it's going to mean a low amount of real estate. Not as wide as this track is. They're going to find these preferred lines and see. We're going to see a big fight for position, and it's going to mean someone's going to do something really stupid, probably.
Oh my goodness! Now look up at the front. Reverend Pastor Chavez in the number 33. Yes, convenience stores. Yes, is slowly becoming one of the biggest. I believe they call it down there a konbini. That's a convenience store like there. They're looking to dominate the market that's been dominated by your Lawsons, your 7-Elevens, your
no doubt about that. And yeah, Reverend Pastor Chavez leads the first lap of this 45-lap race.
But here comes the Iron Jeff Chinese.
The Iron Jeff himself, Jeff Chinese.
Who may have killed a man.
He may have. We don't know. Who among us can't say that they may have killed a man?
Iron Jeff Chinese may or may not have killed a man at Stone Mountain, Georgia, but who's to say? And now he's going to the front. That is definitive.
And he's got Ricky Walton on his tail. He might get right in front of that 32 Temecula dirt car. Ricky Walton already qualified for the playoffs. Jeff Chinese, an independent driver racing on his own, does not have a racing team. But he had a strong first season. He was always up there in the standings in the first season, but he's maybe showing how tough it is to not have your own racing team. If he could pull himself into the playoffs, that would be an amazing thing for Jeff Chinese. It might get him looked at by some of these racing teams. And look, on the low line, we got Richard Blood. Richard Blood, always proven to have a fast car. And he is putting a challenge on him as they get to the line. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be Blood or is it going to be Chinese? Chinese is going to hold on and take those 5 points for leading a lap.
That's right.
Here at Strong
That's
Style.
right.
He's Roadway. Oh, we got trouble. Oh, Big Daddy Thibodeau is spinning. Oh, good God. It is Big Daddy Thibodeau. Bucket Dushot is in it. Trouble. Caution is out. Oh, Kevin Boner-Pillman is out in it. He is... Vitala Kriptov looks to be in it. Bucket Duchamp, we saw him spin around. Oh, Cobb Salad, I don't even see the whole car. He just got materialized to pit road. Those look like those are the cars that are involved. I don't think Ricky Walton was in it, but he seems to be at the back of the field too. Oh no, Reverend Pastor Chavez Smoke pouring out of that 33 Yes car.
Oh, that is such a shame. Mr. Naga's most glorious and honorable representative was jumping for joy when he got to the lead of the race, and now it looks like his race is done. So now it puts all the pressure on Boo and Jessup and Mr. Naga's most glorious driver.
I'm absolutely confused now. I think we may have had a wreck at the front of the race, too. That's possible. I don't know. It looks like Richard Blood might be leading this this race under caution. We're going to see. They're still dropping the speed. Of course, you don't want to slam on the brakes. That's completely stupid. And, I mean, that's stupid even by these drivers' standards. But we're going to have the pace car come out in a second.
Yes, of course, the marshals there waving down the red flags. You see them with their yellow flags and their very red shoes.
As we saw them just drive straight through the pace car, ain't giving a shit.
This is wonderful.
Physics be damned, is what I say.
Holy shit! Oh my god!
Physics be damned as they finally are bringing this down to a speed that is manageable. Jeff Shanice is going to manage himself in third place behind Petrol Topoff, and Richard Blood is going to get 5 points for leading a lap under caution. We are up to lap 4, and already early on we saw, and that's just so dangerous, going over 220 miles an hour, Lord, in a tightly packed field. I mean, it just shows that they have so much room on the racetrack, but damn it if they ain't going to use a single lick of it. They have found their groove, and they're going to stick in it.
Yeah, since this is such a brand new facility, it's still getting rubbered in. Eventually you may get to a point where you see all 5, 6, 8 lanes become raceable, but they're just sticking to this one groove right now, and so far it seems to be working for them, and of course it caused a hell of a wreck.
Which we always love to see, and Wuba Bali has moved all the way up to 7th place. Again, that's the nice thing about these super speedways is they race like a pack. You need somebody to draft with, you need to catch that speed up.
Hold up. Just as you say that, our friend of yours, Beaumont Jenkins, sent me a WhatsApp, reminded everybody to sign the petition.
I think the petition's over a season old, but hey, why not?
No, see, that's the thing. Beaumont has not realized that the first season of the Diddler Cup Race Series is over, but he still wants you to sign the petition. Damn it!
I mean, I'm not going to tell him no. You say no to that face.
That wonderful, handsome face.
We miss you, Beaumont. We'll get your papers sorted out and get you over here.
That's right. That's right.
We'll be back in the States in the middle of the week. All right.
That's fine.
We're gonna have you there on Thursday. That's gonna be just fine, I think.
Enjoy yourself some indoor football over there, buddy.
Yeah, go Mob Rumble. Big fan of the Mob Rumble, because they're nomadic. They travel around. They don't call no one place their home. It's pretty nice. It's a nice living for the Mob Rumble. And of course, I love me some slam ball. So.
Oh hell yeah! Speaking of nice here, we got Morris Mayfield in that number 69
Morris
car.
Mayfield has been quietly having himself a hell of a season. No wins just yet, but he is pushing himself to the front of the points.
He is having himself a solid campaign. Of course, originally a driver from Australia, banned from the Supercars Championship down there, so he found a new home, relocated to Florida, took up some professional wrestling. Oh, look at that, though. Agent Toby Keith retired due to a camshaft failure.
That is a shame. Rookie of Walton, Reverend Pastor Chavez, out of this race, plus Cobb Salad, Stumpy Lane, Kevin Boner, Pillman, Nikolai, the Soviet Driving Bear, and it looks like Jim Blossoms must have been involved in that wreck. Not sure about Big Daddy Thibodeau and Jeff Gordon, the horse, just yet. Jeff Gordon may have just visited pit road, maybe back on the racetrack. Oh, wow, look at Jeff Gordon, the horse, running without a hood. That is some dangerous-ass stuff, and I'm all for it.
Absolutely. Of course, Jeff Gordon, the horse, no stranger to competing in Japan. He recently finished third in the Japan World Cup horse race. And now he's climbing behind the actual wheel of a car. Managed to defeat a zebra, a giraffe, a cow, and 2 men in a horse costume.
It was amazing. It's pure horse racing the way it's meant to be.
Yeah, that's right. Pure horse racing the way it was meant to be. with various other animals that are not thoroughbred horses.
Absolutely not. It's kind of like when when I was watching myself some of that, what's it called, the bull race, the bull rodeo, the 8-second stuff, the pro bull, the whole lot of bull we had there, and one of them was actually a rhino. And how do I know that? Because the bull's name was actually a rhino.
That's right. I love that shit, man.
That was some great programming. I wonder if that's ever going to come back.
We shall see. I'd love for them to sign a petition to get that started up again. I think the pace lights are out.
Yeah,
here.
we're seeing the lights are out.
Yes, of course. Lake Corso there. He's got his. He's made his pre-race pick. He's put on the mascot from what I can see here. Yes, this is the Tokyo Yakult Swallows. I'll say she does.
Woo! All right then.
Just
well,
like
Morris Mayfield, had a really rough season. Ended up finishing. He was in Morris Mayfield. We were talking about him before in that number 69 car, the NAS number 69 car, which of course driven by Otto Bahn last year, but the NAS racing team, an independent team. They saw Morris Mayfield lose his ride in the 00 Nihilist Arby's car, and they said, well, you know what, we'll bring you on. He won the very first race of the 2017 season. He won the So Much Chicken 400 at Diddler Motor Speedway, which of course is how we always like to start our season. And we are going green flag racing. 5 laps in the books, 40 to go. Richard Blood is going to take this field back to the start and the green flag.
Folks, thank you very much for tuning in. This is the only place you're going to get Scott Carr racing here on this fine Sunday afternoon
no
or
doubt
Monday
about
morning,
that.
depending on where you're watching. This is our way of telling you that the Brickyard 400 and some other racing series got rained out on Monday.
Woo! Woo! It ain't raining here. If it's raining here, we are saying fuck it and just racing that goddamn rain.
That's right.
Richard Blood's got some speed on him. He is maneuvering this car, that Box of Wine Chevy Prism number 51. That is a brand new car, a brand new racing team by Dixie Wimmer Incorporated, DWI. They got the Box of Wine sponsorship.
Of course, we got the slap mark car there.
That's Dirk Tanaka.
It's going to be another player in the heated Konbini battles here. I understand Slap Mark's wanting to get into the Japanese market, as are Don Rett's Ejected Pen. I hear they have brought in a mixed martial arts commentator, Ken Tamakarian, as their official spokesperson for the Japanese market.
I thought he was in jail. That is amazing.
I mean, to be fair, he still is in jail, but that doesn't mean they couldn't get him to endorse a Ejected Pen for your dick.
Oh, I bet if anyone loves that, I bet it's Ken Tamakari. Meanwhile, Paul Walker was sliding all around that track. He is sitting in 5th right now. He just, I guess, decided to go with the higher of the two grooves. But you can see these cars are starting to just spread out a little bit. They're starting to find that they're finding that line in the track.
Yeah, there's so much turbulent air these cars generate at these speeds. You just kind of got to back off a bit to get your momentum and see how the car runs in clean air.
You can and then clean air is the big thing. You can see these cars as they are just, as there's a little bit of space, as they're not bumper to bumper, they wobble just a little bit. They wobble with it, get in there, back it up, and then they need some big girls to back it up. But nonetheless, you're seeing that's the danger of these high speeds. They're only going 153 miles an hour, and that's just because we're not as packed in there as we were. 24 cars versus 32 to start off.
And of course, they had a caution here that's going to affect the average speeds here. I have a feeling it's going to pick up real soon. But
No doubt about that.
Look at this there, up on the inside groove. That's the number 10 car, Mr. Naga's most glorious and honorable driver. Maybe run for 10,000 laps.
Yeah, I think that's the thing about these super speedways. When we start, you be at the back of the field, but you're right in the running with it. You are absolutely in the run, and then all you got to do is just avoid the wreck, and suddenly you're running in the top 10, as is Wu Ba Bali, who's right behind him. That number 10 car right behind the 69 car is just staying on the bumper of Morris Mayfield. And again, Morris Mayfield having a much better season. He had a couple of top 10 finishes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think, including one race win last season. but just finished 21st in the points, and he is doing a lot better this season already. I'm just going to go pull up my stats right here, and it got me one of the newfangled tablets. Morris Mayfield's running 6th in the points right now. And that's not counting anybody. That's not moving anybody. That's points.
He's going
that's
for the lead right now.
That is strictly points, and he's going to try to take 5 points and lead a lap. Is it going to be a nice lap for 5 points? Morris Mayfield, he's just got to hold off Dirk Tanaka. But I think he's going to get a good push from Mr. Naga's Most Glorious Driver as long as he doesn't put a run on him himself. Because I think, he's taking the high line here. He's going to hold on to that one as they race for this lead. In this race, it's going to be Morris Mayfield with a very nice 5 points. That 69 car. Nice indeed. Morris Mayfield has been running really good this season. You know, we said he had 1 win and 5 top 10 finishes, including that win last season. No wins just yet, but he has run in the top 10 6 different times this season. What a season that's been. It'd almost be a shame if he didn't make the playoffs. And I'm just looking at and as far as points go, that's the thing is he's got a lot of good racers that have not won yet in front of him.
It's going to be tough here. This is the stretch run to the start of the Diddler Cup playoffs, the inaugural Diddler Cup playoffs.
We only got 6 spots left to fill, and of course, if you're not familiar too, the Diddler Cup and how the format is this season, it is a 14-race regular season, and then we are gonna have 16 cars qualify. 16 drivers and cars are gonna qualify for the playoffs, which will be an 8-race playoff season. Now, the way you're gonna qualify, you win a race, you qualify. Simple as that. 14 That's races, right. 14 winners, you qualify, and after we have all of our race winners qualified, however many spots we got left, right now we got 6 spots. We had 10 races and 10 different winners. We're going to have, look at this, Woo Babala is at the front of this one and is going to lead a lap.
Last to first, baby.
Almost last to first. He is looking good today, Woo Babala. And that's the thing, you stay at the front there, you ain't going to wreck. You ain't going to have anybody in front of you wrecking and getting into you like, hey, you had a bunch of bad luck the last couple of races, Woo Babala. 30th at the last race.
I just ran through my translator here that it says it's Saigo Made is the phrase here for last first in the native tongue.
Excellent to hear. Well, Woo Babala is sitting in 31st, mainly due to a DNS. A couple of races ago, he did not even take the green flag to start, so that meant he did not get any points. So he's going to need to win a race at this point. I don't think he's going to be able to qualify on points alone. He needs to win himself a race. Because currently the cars that have qualified for the playoffs, you don't mind me, and please interrupt me if you have to, Lloyd, I'm going to go ahead and roll through the playoffs. Look at all these cars.
Run through this field. I'm going to dive face first in this Cinnafist.
Please do. Help me out here. I've been trying to just choke it down. It is so tough. Giacomo leads lap number 10. We are 10 laps in on this 45-lap race for the Diddler Cup at Strong Style Kings Roadway. We have 10 cars that have qualified for the playoffs so far. That is Giacomo in the number 4 car.
He's got his dick out and half his face shaven.
He has half his face shaven, and he has qualified thanks to the Toxic Masculinity 300 at Tulsa. And he has, that was the race that was called early.
Yes, due to a catastrophic failure on the track, it seems like parts of the circuit just completely collapsed.
Giacomo led so many laps before immediately crashing and freezing the field. He is qualified due to that. Right in front of him, his racing teammate, as part of War Machine Racing, and the person who I thought was going to take the 5 points next, Paul Alcohol, in that Bathhouse Gyms, Bathtub Gin, Ford, Pinto. They are the 2 cars that make up War Machine Racing, that KISS-sponsored team. He won the very first race of the season, the Beefus 300 at Diddler Motor Speedway. That's how he got himself in there. There are 2 more Fords already there in the playoffs as well. Might as well go right to them there, because running in 4th is Joe John Winchester, a runner-up in the season last year. He got a big win at the Dyslexia Cares 005 at Alt-Right Turn Speedway.
Yes, where Jeff Shanice may or may not have killed a man, but we cannot definitively say whether or not he did.
We can't confirm that. Of course, unfortunately, his race is basically over. Cobb Salad, the number 21, a partner, racing teammate of Joe John Winchester, a rookie at an ATF Bureau. He's in that 21 legal bet for realmoney.gov car, and those are the four Fords in the field so far. In front of Joe John Winchester, running in second place right now, is the number 90 car, part of Matryoshka Inc., one of our two Dodge teams. That is Petrol Topoff. He got a big win at the 300 Miles of Failure Piles track. That, of course, was, I believe, raced at the Crocodile Mile in Okefenokee Swamp in Florida. Got a big win there. So that is one of our two Dodges, because Big Daddy Thibodeau, who was running off the pace but still trying to score some points in the 62 Sinead car. Let's go ahead and take a look at Big Daddy Thibodeau for a second. Yeah, he is not having a good day right now. He is racing in that number 62 Sinead car. That is another Dodge Stratus, part of South Tucson Youth Motorsports. He is putting an STYM representative in the field of 16. After winning the Florida Man 400, which happened at Crystal Meth Speedway in Destin. That's numbers 5 and 6. We got a pair of Chevys that we talked about earlier. The Chevys representing Slapdong Corporate Racing. That, of course, involves Dirk Tanaka. He won the Ainsley Harriet 250. Won it under caution, but he ran a hell of a race in Fuckham, England. That number 99 car.
At the roundabout by Yes.
Yes, the roundabout by Yes. Not to be confused with Yes. We'll get to them in a second. His teammate is not on the track right now, Kevin Boner Pillman. There we are, back up. Let's go back to Dirk Tanaka. I forgot he was involved in that wreck. Kevin Boner Pillman won himself the Akron Accident Prevention 500. And that was a big race as well. The Akron Accident Prevention 500 was, of course, run at Sturgis, South Dakota. That's WCW Hog Wild 1996 Speedway at Sturgis. Big win for Kevin Boner Pillman. They went back-to-back races, did Slapdong. And last but not least, two cars. We got a Pontiac Bonneville in the race. That is the number 32 car off this track, unfortunately. Ricky Walton and Reverend Pastor Chavez, both of them are back on the trailer right now. They were involved in those races. Ricky Walton driving a Pontiac and a Toyota Yaris, driven by Reverend Pastor Chavez. Reverend Pastor Chavez won on the actual roads of South Tucson in the Tucson Dehydration Grand Prix. And lastly, it was Ricky Walton winning at the We Put a Bat in Everybody's Car 200 at Stoner Roberts Demolition Raceway.
We need to get back to Dalton sometime. I'll tell you what, have you had a chance to just marvel at the size of this bucket of frosting that was presented with our Cinnafist?
I mean, I'm staring at it longingly, but it's also ominous as Joe John Winchester, lap 15 begins with him taking 5 points and leading this race. We got a field of 15 cars. You know, Lloyd, since we started talking about the speeds, they have picked up 30 miles per hour on this one. I'm going to go ahead and dive headfirst into this frosting. Excuse me.
Oh yeah, that's the stuff here. We got a race that's going to average over 200 miles an hour. We still got a good pack of competitive cars up here. We got Joe John Winchester and Giacomo up at the front of the field, and you know the conditions are just right for a wreck here. Now hold up. Now we got a lap down car that's. Of course, that's Big Daddy Thibodeau just driving like a damn selfish asshole like he always does.
Trying to stay on the he's already in the playoffs, but he's trying to stay in position here. There are points to be won as we still try to figure out how this is going to work.
I'm surprised that did not cause a wreck there. Now, yes, that is now, of course, this is one of those buckets that has a warning picture showing a drowning baby, and as I understand, it looks like this is actually just a. This is just a Homer's all-purpose bucket that just has a Cinnafist stickers painted, slapped all over the top of it.
I mean, it's good. If you need help with the frosting, all I need is a bigger spoon, man. I will go to town on some frosting. Oh my God.
They actually don't give you a spoon for this. They just.
I brought my own. Dang it.
They brought a portable shovel. This is what you use to dig the latrines.
Fair enough. Whatever. I'm just going into my mall right now. My dang face. So good. So good.
The best way, this is not meant in any way to disrespect the culture because it's awesome over here. I mean, you got unfinished roller coasters, you got vending machines with warm coffee and used panties in them. But I want to tell you that the best way to eat a Cinnafist is to just reach in there like you're pulling out a bunch of deer guts. Just get 2 hands full of it and just disgustingly cram it all into your face. That's the best way to eat a Cinnafist.
And if you hollow it out, you can live in the damn thing.
That's right.
It is more comfortable than one of those little closet hotels or pod hotels in Japan.
That's right. That's right. You see people up in northern Michigan. They're doing away with cabins these days and just living in hollowed out Cinnafists.
I'm sorry. I just had to smack my chest a couple times to get this get some of this frosting down.
That's right. Smacking your chest, that's a sign of strength, and of course people do that back and forth with one another for about 20 minutes. It's awesome, man. Of course, while we run down this field, Agent Toby Keith, while he may be out of the race with a camshaft failure, he may be able to pick up a replacement or any other miscellaneous part with a $25 Parts Unknown Auto Parts card. Good at any Parts Unknown Auto Parts store across the good old USA. Fortunately, they're not here in Japan, so he's kind of shit out of luck here.
You just go and get it at Yes, though, I think. I think you can get anything at Yes.
Yes.
And look at Smiley Van Buren, that number 11 car.
Oh, boy.
A teammate of Paul Walker and the Spub and Mortport's team.
They are ready to E-Freep at the front of the field. We got 4 Fords up at the front.
It is a good track for... Oh, sorry, number 69 is a Chevy. Yeah, well, actually, you're right. That is a bunch of Fords. Spub and Mortport's still leading this race.
They're driving like BFF 150s over there.
That they are. And it looks like Giacomo going to be trying to take the lead as well. But it looks like Van Buren did not go with his teammate.
Yeah, let's see here. It may be a strategic ploy here to see if he can perhaps work his way to the front by way of Giacomo. Of course, since his triumph of victory, he's inspired not everybody to just kind of shave half their face and shirt cock it.
It's interesting.
Ever since, that's of course we got to overhear during his post-race interview. He just completely shirt cocked it by the time he was put on the ambulance to go to the local hospital, which I think is just admirable as hell.
It really is. I mean, it's one of those things that there's frosting is just, and we're seeing,
and it's so warm and fluffy. It's just so savory. It's seasoned. It's flavored. It's got texture.
I think we're seeing some. Oh my God!
What in the hell just happened?
We're seeing some green flag pit stops that just are not working. We had somebody miss pit road. I'm not entirely sure what's happening.
What in the world is this?
We are under caution as pit road is a mess. So many cars did not make it to pit road. Bala seems to have made it. Well, these boys are dumb as hell.
I tell you what, well, that's got to be disappointing for both Dirt Tanaka and Mr. Naga's Most Glorious Driver. They got caught out of parking. I can't fucking believe this shit.
These boys are dumb as hell.
Not even fuck, as the locals would say.
I told you we were going to get stupid on this track.
Folks, what you're seeing here is absolutely part of the entertainment.
It absolutely is. Just like we drew it up.
Absolutely. We got pace cars, being able to phase through other race cars, which are going at speeds that are like 20 times faster. And of course, everybody forgets where the pit lane entrance is. Of course, I definitely understand it being hard to find. It's only the raised bit that's like 50 feet above the rest of the track.
Like, you usually can see it coming. And even if you didn't, you got spotters. Like Smiley Van Buren. I'm just watching Smiley Van Buren try. Bless his heart.
Oh, bless his damn heart. He's trying. He thinks he can just, he thinks that's a four-wheel drive up there. It certainly got the torque. I don't think it's got the traction up there.
And honestly, I was ready to talk about how Spudman Motorsports, even though they have not made a single win yet, they are poised very nicely to make the playoffs, at least through one car. In points alone, Smiley Van Buren is in second, Morris Mayfield in sixth, and Bucky Dushine in ninth. That is all three cars in the top, racing in the top 10 of points alone.
Oh man, this
I am so very confused as to what is happening right now.
What in the world? Paul Walker is just driving.
He's gone rogue.
He is going rogue. Paul Walker has gone rogue here, folks, and sometimes it's not enough to be fast. You got to be furious as well. And I think he's just furious that he drove right in the back of Smiley Van Buren. Hey, look at this now. We got Joe John Winchester up front.
Vitaly Kriptov.
Yeah, driving with a beat-up race car. Bowie Jessup. He's lost the hood, as has Jeff Gordon, the horse.
Jeff Gordon, the horse, could be running in fourth place right now. I have no idea how. I'm not.
We'll see how this all we'll see how this shakes out here. And speaking of shaking here, is it advisable that do you need to shake up the frosting in this Cinnafist?
I mean, it's kind of like when you open up like a can of like a tub of sour cream, or a dip, and you got that weird liquid on the top. You just kind of you can either stir it in or pour it off. You know, whatever's easiest for you.
You just take the foldable shovel there and you just kind of stir it around a bit, make sure it's all mixed up good and nice.
Well, I'm absolutely confused as hell. We have not gotten updated intervals yet because we're still under caution.
Chapman Son!
Yes, sir.
Oh yes, looks like the Iron Jeff Chinese is still being scored down in seventh place here. We'll see how this field cycles around, but I asked the Iron Jeffs what they plan on doing before the start of the race, and they had just said, well, folks, all we got to do is just hope this car holds on for 45 laps and hope it don't blow up or shatter in a million pieces in a wreck.
Good idea. Good to hear. Jeff Gordon, the horse, is a lap down from being involved in an earlier altercation. Him and Bowie Jessup. As we can see, they are a lap down. That was our mistake before. We're seeing, look at that, Giacomo still up in the front, and look at Woo Ba Bali.
Woo Ba Bali!
So it looks like Vitaly Kriptov may be leading this field, as Joe John Winchester, I think, finally visited pit road. Want to take his couple of points and stay out there. I think Winchester, maybe not a smart idea to go without a drafting partner.
We'll see what happens here.
But it looks like Giacomo is going to be your leader.
Of course, if Joe John Winchester, if his pace is anything, we know he's going to climb back to the front. Even if he does have to start this race at the back of the longest line.
He has proven he is such a competent, competitive racer. That's amazing. He's had such a good year last year. It's such a shame he didn't end up winning the whole dang thing. But nonetheless, he is such a good driver, and he's been seen as a leader to these two rookies of Cobb Sallard and Agent Toby Keith, and he's already brought one of them into the playoffs with him. Like, they're already going to have ATF Bureau Racing is already going to have two cars in the playoffs. Even if Agent Toby Keith can't make it in there, he's already won a pole. that's a good season, I think, already.
That's a damn good season there as it is. We've got so many awesome contenders here in this Diddler Cup race series. I know everybody's saying, "Oh, stock car racing is going the way of the dinosaurs," and you look at the constant growth of the Diddler Cup racing series with its truly international feel. That we're bringing this all-American brand of badass, stupid as hell speed in all corners of the world, while making sure we stay in touch with our roots. And I think that's a reason why you see in a couple of years, though, maybe in a couple of years' time, the Diddler Cup race series will become as big as the NFL one day. I don't know.
Lord, I think one of the big things, they say it's going the way of the dinosaurs. You know what I say about that? I hope so, because dinosaurs are fucking cool.
That's right. I hope this race goes the way of Truckosaurus, because that Truckosaurus is fucking awesome, man. What about that dude that ate the dude that was on the crapper in Jurassic Park? What about all them dinosaurs?
Exactly. You know what? I'd love to be watching the Diddler Cup while holding 2 margaritas, one in each hand. That'd be great. Why wouldn't you want to be drinking? Have a drink in each hand, watching some Diddler Cup racing as Giacomo is going to lead this field to the green flag, restarting. 21 laps in the books, 24 to go. Giacomo has Woo Bob Bala right on his tail with Jean-Paul Henry and Richard Blood right behind him.
Iron Jeff Shanice is a fifth place.
And that is 2 lap down cars. Iron Jeff Gordon the horse and Bowie Jessup a lap down, or they're not a lap down, but they're just about to be put a lap down.
Of course, they're not obligated to move out of the way because, remember, if there's a caution immediately right after this, and assuming they don't get swept up in the wreck themselves, they cycle right back to the front of the field.
That they do. They absolutely get to cycle right back around.
Jean-Paul Henry has dove down to the inside of the track, and he's took Jeff Shanice with him.
That he did. I did not get to follow that, but Jean-Paul Henry has just motored right to the front of this field. He's got a couple of lap down cars, I think, in front of him. El Matador Toto Rosanna's on the lead lap. So is Morris Mayfield in that 69 car.
That's it.
Along with, that is Harry Gunt going with him. Harry Gunt, look at those.
At that.
The Ham Bandit himself.
That's right. Of course, man. When I think of Ham Bandits, of course, you know who I think of, and that's Burt Reynolds, man. And I'll tell you what, once we get back to the United States, I'm just gonna write a big old love letter to Burt Reynolds, and I'm just gonna be so glad we get to see him once we're back in America.
I heard you always respond to his fan mail. So I bet you're gonna get something back.
That's right,
absolutely you are. And Jean-Paul Henry right in second. That was El Matador Toto Rosanna leading that race, leading the lap. So JP Henry, our defending series champion, who has only gotten a single pole, has yet to win a race, but he is on points alone. He is leading the points, which would get him into the playoffs. He is right on the tail of El Matador Toto Rosanna, number 75 Air Supply car. Got himself a win. Oh, I think he got himself 2 wins last season. Let's go ahead and check my notes for that one.
El Matador Toto Rosanna did win a race. Jean-Paul Henry, of course, the defending champion. All the drivers in the top 3 in the field have won races before.
They are seasoned veterans.
Yes, they are seasoned, they're flavored, they're textured.
And they know how to race themselves a dang car. El Matador Toto Rosanna got himself 2 wins in last season.
That's nice.
And that ended up finishing 11th place in the points.
We got a little bit of team tactics coming up here because I'm starting to see now we got Fat Darrell and Harry Gunt now in the lead pack.
Girth may be the way to go as they are. Oh, they're not getting a draft off each other. Imagine the push they could be giving one another. Fat Darrell hanging right in there in the top 5. Fat Darrell, the experience. Fat Darrell got himself 2 wins last season as well, if I recall.
That's right. I remember vividly because I got thrown up on him after both of them. And he's got the all the ham car of course in Japanese that's Toto wa ham.
I was gonna say Toto El Hamon.
Yes, remember he is all the ham. He does not fight ham. He does not oppose ham. He is the all the ham. It's not the ham fighters.
No, but I think that might have been a sponsorship opportunity possibly. Look at these two veterans going neck and neck like it was the end of the last season. Paul Alcohol and Jean-Paul Henry going to the line, and Henry is going to lead that lap, and Morris Mayfield right behind them in that 69 car. We got ourselves a good auto race here. Once we get a bunch of laps running under normal speed, 182 miles an hour, we weren't running at 200 plus as we were, but that's the track kind of breaking down a little bit. Nothing unusual, but just, as the field starts to widen, we only got basically a pack of like 13 cars, not pushing the top speed up as much, as Henry's going to fall to the back a little bit, maybe conserve some fuel. And look at Jim Blossoms.
He may be a lap down, but he's trying to race his way in front of this pack here to get his lap back.
He's just trying to stay with the. He's got a fast car. Clearly, you can see he's keeping up with that draft. I must have just gotten involved in that wreck, I think, earlier. But if he can get to the front of this into some clean air and then maybe hope for a caution, he will be on the lead lap, as you mentioned. Here we get to circle around as we're looking at Paul Alcohol in that number 35 car leading this race right now, leading this field. He's already got himself a win, winning that first race of the year at Diddler Motor Speedway. That was a short track. He is looking to dominate here on the Super Speedway with Morris Mayfield in that 69 car. Right behind him, it's a line of four, and that's El Matador Toto Rosanna behind the lap down of Jim Blossoms. 20 laps to go on this just under 5 mile Super Speedway tri-oval.
You can get to the top of the Ferris wheel and watch the whole race from the top. Mostly because the Ferris wheel stopped working as it did its first rotation.
I mean, that's not even on the broken down part. That's on the other one.
That's right. We got 4 Ferris wheels up here, and they are all in questionable working condition.
I mean, as long as they stay attached, we don't want one rolling down like that stone in Indiana Jones across the track or nothing like that. Nothing worse than just a runaway Ferris wheel.
Man, I don't know. I mean, that'd be awesome to see. I mean, it sucked for the people on it, but that would be fun to watch.
Man, look at what we're seeing right now. Look how good Paul Alcohol is running in some clean air. This is really the first time we're seeing some clean air that number 35 car can run in, and he's going to lead another lap with 18 to go. Excuse me, 19 to go. 19 to go. 26 laps in the books, 45 laps this entire race.
Of course, the culture, Japan and Japan and America have always had an interesting kinship. I know we've been fighting for a while now, but of course, in the years ever since, Japan has always had a love of American culture, and especially stock car auto racing.
Oh yeah, racing is just a universal thing.
That's right. No matter what, all cultures, all creeds, everyone comes together for good, hard, flat out racing. And that's fucking beautiful, and that's why the Diddler Cup Racing Series.
It is a beautiful thing. It is
just as beautiful as this big old Cinnafist.
I'm taking a break right now, but one of them very kindly decided to chop it up and make it into some bento box for me, which is just nice biteable chunks.
Yeah.
That's good.
The Cinnafist bento box has been a hit inside of all the concession stands here at Strong South Kings Roadway, hasn't it?
Oh, no doubt about that. It is a nice concession that you can purchase. And we're looking at Petrol Top-Off falling off the pace just a little bit. He's about 0.6 seconds at the last interval behind the main pack of 11 cars. See if he can kind of get himself up to that front of the field and make it a pack of 12 now, as Bucket Dushan is right behind him. Almost would behoove him to slow down a little bit, let Bucket Doucheshine get on a draft and push both cars up to the front of that.
Of course, we heard a rumor that Action Foods wanted to run hibachi grills inside of all the cars for this race. Of course, they did not pass technical inspection, not because they would have provided some sort of counterballast advantage, but just because the drivers were just too busy getting distracted by the flame shooting out of it.
Yeah, they were actually trying to do the sliced onion volcano gimmick, and they wrecked at least 2 cars in practice.
And speaking of volcanoes, there is an actual working volcano inside the infield amusement park.
That explains the smoke. I was wondering. It is erupting, and you would think it's like when you go to Vegas and you see the big old Treasure Island volcano. No, it's actual. They ship in actual lava. They keep it molten hot, and it will just rain down lava on the hour here at this beautiful, beautiful motor speedway.
That's right. This is lava imported from only the finest Michigan volcanoes.
Absolutely, the Michigan volcano. We remember the Michigan volcano, the years they raced there. It's nice to get a little bit of racing history in your amusement park. The Michigan volcano was one of those legendary tracks that just caused so much havoc, especially when the hot magma lava, whatever, became just hardened, and it basically just changed. It literally would erupt and change the track entirely.
Man, that
I miss racing
awesome.
there, man.
I do too. I miss Sterling.
I mean, yeah, of course, but that's how it is. Look at who's leading this race. Richard Blood, the number 51 box of wine Chevy Prism, is going to take 5 big points, and we're going to see the intervals just in a second and talk a little bit about this front pack right now. It is a pack of 11 cars all running together. I'm just kind of scanning my name. I'm scanning down all those names. Of those 11 cars, 9 of them have yet to get wins this season. Looking for an automatic berth.
Opportunity. Yes, big opportunity. If you win this race, you are in. If you've already won a race earlier, you are even further in, and you are potentially taking away an opportunities from any other driver. And the thing about the Diddler Cup Race Series, it's not just about speed, it's also about being purposefully a dick to your other competitors around you. I mean, it ain't like just going over and yanking somebody's brake pedal over on a motorcycle race, but it's still petty and stupid as hell. It's pettier than Lee, Richard, Kyle, and Sweet Baby Adam put all together.
Oh, that's a lot of petty. That is a lot of petty. Look at this. Big Daddy Thibodeau, a lap down. Going to be put 2 laps down in just a second. Oh, Jean-Paul Henry's having trouble, but, we're just going to take the draft. And it gives Richard Blood, his teammate, oddly enough, a chance to just move up into the lead. And they're going to have to maneuver around that 60 car. Let's keep an eye on that lap down car as this pack of 11 is starting to splinter. It is going to be a bit of a trouble. Oh, Giacomo getting a good draft, but I think it's putting him behind the pack. He's falling off this pace.
Big Daddy Thibodeau ain't even close on the pace, but of course, in typical fashion here, he's just wanting to stay out and run some laps, even at the expense of some other drivers out there, and it's all Giacomo up here. I think he
really is, with 15 laps to go. Giacomo falling off. He just fell behind Petro Topoff. And we just saw the whole pack kind of split up a little bit. Fat Daryl and Jean-Paul Henry are racing. El Matador Toto Rosanna, there is the number 69 car. Morris Mayfield, Doug Pork, Jeff Shanice, Woo Bob Ballot running in 4th place right now. Right behind Richard Blood, Harry Gunt, and our current leader, Paul Alcohol. They have not crossed the line yet to register that lap as being led. We are 15 laps to go right now.
Got that Bathhouse Jim's bathtub Gen car.
It is so good. You got to try it cold. You know that it's the only thing that brings us together.
Yes, that's right. It ain't no hot sake. It ain't no It ain't no hoppy, and it ain't no hoppy to make your other drinks taste like no cold beer. There is only one drink that'll do it at the front of the field.
Oh, that is it. And Harry Gunt, and look again, we're seeing how good the clean air is benefiting that 35 team. But Harry Gunt, the Ham Bandit himself, having such a tough season. What a great performance this is by that team. The best they have run was in 9th place. They finished 9th place at the We Put a Bat in Everybody's Car 200,
Yeah.
excuse me, 200.
Been a tough season for them, but so much chicken. You know, in Japan, well, the so much chicken places in Japan, they've actually got shrimp and they got all sorts of other side items here. It's pretty ridiculous.
You can get so much of everything. And we are seeing that is a good car, and he's got a teammate with him he's got two teammates with him in Doug Pork and Fat Darrell. Doug Pork running in 7th right now. He's right behind Jeff Chinese in that Jeff Chinese car.
Yes, the Iron Jeff himself. I cannot confirm that actually the So Much Dolphin, that's a Christmas time tradition.
Yeah, I don't know if that's an official.
Families all across Japan, they're known to get around and get a big old bucket of So Much chicken as their Christmas time meal. It's a dates back over.
I'm being told, Lloyd, that Doug Pork has been affectionately referred to as Doug Pork Fried Rice by some of his fans over in Asia. Oh, that's a good bit of knowledge to have. And again, this is interesting. Fat Darrell running in 10th place, not too far behind him. And here's the thing: all three Adjective Foods cars, all three of those Pontiac Bonnevilles, with 12 laps to go as we come around one more time. How important is that going to be when we get to the last stretch of this to find a drafting partner? They might have their ability to pull themselves together. I'm looking through at any other, the only other people that got their teammates are DWI have Henri and Blood together. I mean, Giacomo fell off. It might be the time for Adjective Foods.
It's their time. They are coming to the front. They want all the ham. They want so much chicken. They want good gravy. They want all sorts of other foods that we haven't even thought of yet.
Absolutely, and Jim Blossoms may be that wild card in this one.
Absolutely, because if there's another wreck, if somebody gets stopped out on the track, or we have a streaker run across the track, if he gets in front of this pack, all of a sudden he's back on the lead lap of the race for a fantastic race start.
He is, but he is not in the lead right now. He is giving a push to Paul Alcohol, who is trying to hold on to that lead, but he is getting a challenge on the inside by Harry Gunt, the Ham Bandit, who is being pushed by Wu Ba Bala, also being pushed by Morris Mayfield in that 69 car.
Sue, we're seeing a three-car tandem. They're trying to use that inseminator tactic a good word.
A bunch of them are going to pits. What is happening here?
Oh boy! Please tell me they got it okay. Please.
Wu Ba Bala staying out with their strategy of we ain't pitting.
That's right. That's been the pre-race motto. That's been written on the chalkboard inside the pit box. It says in big bold letters, "We ain't pitting."
Now, this is going to slow down the average speed. Caution is not out, which means these guys weren't dumb enough to miss pit row.
This time. This is the classic overcut. You stay out here one more lap, and you could potentially come back out with the lead of this race.
That we could, but of course, who are staying out there are the two who have been jockeying for the lead. That 82 of So Much Chicken of Harry Gunt and Paul Alcohol, the seasoned veteran in that 35 car.
You got seasoning and you got chicken all up there, and that's just beautiful as hell.
That sounds great on a Sunday. Not going to lie about that one.
You get the savoriness of fried chicken, and of course you get the sweetness of this Cinnafist.
Oh yeah. Oh, looks like they're heading to pit row as well. Oh, there is that smoke they gotta just move into. And they actually made it to pit row. Oh, thank God for that. I have no idea. Oh, Jim Blossoms, what are you doing? Oh, he's dumb as hell. Oh, Jim
Jesus,
Blossoms. Jim Blossoms. Just go around. Just go around, Jim.
Jim, tell me, do you think it'd be all right if he just crashed there, and over there,
and also
over there tonight?
I appreciate it. You know, we enjoy some puro racu here in the strong style Kings Roadway. But what we are seeing right now, thankfully, no caution has come out for this. Oh, there's the caution right there.
Oh my goodness! And the
10 laps to go.
We were talking about how Jim Blossom was going to be the beneficiary of a late caution, and then he just creates his own problems.
Creates his own problems.
That's a PRAWLBLEMS.
And you know, you can. I will say, if you're listening to the race radio, don't listen to race radio of the 41 team, because you're gonna hear his pit. You're gonna hear his spotter Allison Road just cursing up a storm. Unless hearing mildly attractive women swear up a storm is your kink, then in that case, go ahead and turn on to the 41 team.
That is, of course, we got many kinks down here in Japan. Of course, you got some.
Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and just cover my ears for this one.
Other lesser facilities like you know, you got your Mount Fuji's and you got your Suzuka Circus, but this is Strong South Kings Roadway. This is the Cathedral of Speed.
Absolutely,
it's like an ancient temple of speed that was rebuilt during the Tokugawa shogunate or something.
And we're seeing the pace car coming out, trying to bring everybody onto the lead lap again. Now that's the thing. We're seeing the intervals right now. There's a huge drop off, but we're gonna see them all kind of bunch up once we get everybody all together here. You know, everyone is still kind of bringing down their speed to get into a line. Paul Alcohol and Harry Gunt look like they will be still your leaders, I think. And yeah, everybody's back on the lead lap, and the intervals are being adjusted. But we're kind of waiting to see this come under caution right now. We are under caution despite the fact that they are going 192 miles an hour, because these boys don't give a shit.
That's right. It's also a 5-mile racetrack. Now, if I would present a haiku to you.
Please.
Jim Blossoms is dumb. Dumb as hell. Really, really dumb. It's snowing on Mount Fuji.
I lost count on the syllables there, but I'll give you that one.
That's right. That's right. I think that's 12. 12 is the number of syllables in a haiku. That sounds about right. Let's see.
I never quite understood. I used to watch one of them fighting shows, and they always used to try to put a haiku on there, and I never quite understood it. It was kind of dumb to me. I understand what you're doing with putting Japanese poetry when I just want to watch people punch themselves and punch each other and then punch themselves again. I'm punching myself. Watching out of excitement.
Hold on now. Chip. You don't.
No, I'm not doing it now. I'm just saying I was watching it doing that. Oh, Jeff Gordon, the horse, heading to pit road.
It'll spoil your appetite for when we finish the Cinnafist.
I mean, we're still going through. We're still doing this. We're gonna have to offer some to the race winner, I think. As finally the pace car is going ahead and leading these cars. And look at this running order: Paul Alcohol, Harry Gunt, Wu Ba Bali, Jeff Shanice, Morris Mayfield, Doug Pork, Jean-Paul Henry, Richard Blood, El Matador Toto Rosanna, and Joe John Winchester. Plus, we got cars that are going to be... Look at Vitaly Kripkov is going to be right back in the running.
We'll see how this shakes out here.
Eight laps to go.
It's going to turn into an absolute shootout here. We got a few laps, and of course we got some desperate drivers that are going to want to win this race and get into the playoffs.
Just getting a quick look at everybody who's on the lead lap right now. 4 cars out of the 18 have won races. Paul Alcohol has won a race. Joe John Winchester won a race. Petrol Topoff and Giacomo have won races. The other 14 drivers on the lead lap, looking for that first victory that guarantees they can race for a championship. We never actually finished the way that the format's going to work. So again, if you're new to the Diddler Cup, or you're new to this season and still not sure how this is working, this is race number 11. When we get to 14 races, the first 14 races of the regular season, I know caution's a good time to mention this.
Yes, we are at race Juichi.
Yeah, race number 11.
Yeah, we get to race Juq. That's 14.
Absolutely. And the first 14 races of the season are the regular season. If you win a race in those first 14, you have qualified automatically for the playoffs. 16 drivers will qualify for the playoffs. So anyone who has won a race will qualify along with the top points winners. So right now, you can see it you can see the playoff grid and the playoff race on the bottom of your screen on this crawl. It's been that way the entire race. You can see who are some of the best drivers right now: Jean-Paul Henry, Smiley Van Buren, Agent Toby Keith, Morris Mayfield, Richard Blood, and Bucky Dushine are the 6 drivers with the top points who have not won races. That if we did the playoff, but again, we're going to have more race winners. So again, if the rest of the winners for the next 4 races are all people who've already won, that's how it's going to fall out. It's going to be the next points winners. 16 cars are going to qualify for the playoffs. We're going to have 3 races and then drop the bottom 4. We're going to readjust their points, of course. There's going to be a system based on their performance in the regular season, wins, and things like that. We're going to drop from 16 to 12. Then we're going to have 2 more races. We're going to drop from 12 to 8. 2 more races, 8 to 4. Pace car is off. That last race, 4 cars will be racing for the best finish. And one of them is going to be crowned the champion. Here we go. Paul Alcohol is going to take them to the green flag with... Well, we're going to go ahead and give the...
There we go.
Here we go.
It's a good start.
7 laps to go. Big old start for him with Harrigan, Wubabale, Jeff Shanice, and Morris Mayfield right behind him. They're going single file right now.
And look at who's up in 6th. Doug Park, we kind of forgot about him in the midst of Harrigan and Bat Darrell up in the field, but Doug Park is up there too.
Doug Park's been running good, and he's been running that front pack. All 3 Adjective Foods cars have been running really good. And that's the thing, Doug Pork is a rookie who is just learning how to use his weight and use his girth to drive a race car, just like Fat Darrell and Harry Gunn. It's a powerful racing team, that Adjective Foods team, and I think they really are this might be where they figure things out. They can use their teamwork.
True giants. It's a true giant among the Diddler Cup races. He's both figuratively and literally.
And I think, now here's the thing, Lord, 7 laps to go. Do you bide your time for just a little bit? Do you kind of just wait in the wings, or do you try to make a move right away?
I say you just go for it. You drive this race like it pays $1 million yen to win, so that's actually 20 times larger than the average Diddler Cup racing series purse.
Well, we saw a bit of a run at the final stretch, and it looks like Wu Ba Ba is going to be into 2nd place, right behind Paul Alcohol. What a race so far for Wu Ba Ba in that number 103 Hugger Oranges. Pontiac Bonneville, an independent racing team, just like 4th place Morris Mayfield in that 69 car.
Nice.
And Jeff Shanice in 3rd. It's been a great day for the independent teams.
Let's get it out there. Saigo Made. Saigo Made would be the hashtag if you were to put it in Japanese here. He's going last to first.
Well, he's in 2nd right now, and he is locked onto that bumper of Paul Alcohol. He's getting a good little look here. He's getting a little look. He's not lined up perfectly. He's kind of edged on the left side. Is he basically just looking for an opportunity? Is that kind of why he's doing that?
I don't know, but I think he's just trying to put that inseminator tactic to good use there. Just staying right behind him and trying to get Paul Alcohol into making a mistake with that inseminator tactic.
He's taking looks on the turns on the inside line. Can he make it happen? He's going to need somebody to go with him. Maybe Jeff Shanice. Jeff Shanice is going to put a run in on it. Jeff Shanice may be putting a run in. And I think Paul Alcohol may have just been saved by Jeff Shanice.
Iron Chef is coming to the front. Bang a gong, get it on. Let's go.
5 laps to go. Can Woo Ba Bala do this? Or will Paul Alcohol be the first with 2 wins? Oh, Alcohol is taking the high line. Will this work? Is he back in the high line? And he's got no one to go with him. Woo Ba Bala is going to take the lead with El Matador Toto Rosanna to push him behind. Woo Ba Bala is going to come around on the second turn with the lead in this race, but here comes El Matador Toto Rosanna. Toto Rosanna may be pushing him for the lead too.
He's going to hold that line. He's going to hold that line down the inside.
We're seeing it now. He's on the upside, and El Matador Toto Rosanna's got Richard Blood down below. They're coming around on the third turn. Can they make this count? Will Rosanna have, he's got some, going into turn 3, he's got the lead, he's got the push. And it looks like El Matador Toto Rosanna may have the lead, but Richard Blood is coming around. Richard Blood is coming around. Who will lead this lap? It's going to be El Matador Toto Rosanna with 4 to go. 4 to go, it's El Matador Toto Rosanna as they come around. Man, it is so exciting. That is the beauty of this huge racetrack. The lead can change so many times in just one lap.
So sugoi, as the fans down here would say here.
It is sugoi as hell.
Damn.
And man, that it's just showing that high line. If you don't have someone fast to go with you, that is not the optimal strategy. As Woo Ba Bala was taking a look, he's going to try to maybe put a run in and try to get behind and get in front of Richard Blood, but Richard Blood is too good. He's running too well. So Woo Ba Bala might be staying in second, right in behind El Matador Toto Rosanna.
He's going to stay on that high line. He wants the high fly flow that'll get him to the front of this field.
He is back in the high line again, and they are single file down this stretch. El Matador Toto Rosanna, Woo Ba Bala, Richard Blood, Jean-Paul Henry. At this point, you've got to imagine that the DWI team, the spotters, the crew chiefs have got to be talking to each other about when the best time is for those 2 cars, the 51 and the 40. Remember, they are teammates. None of the DWI cars have qualified for the playoffs or won a race just yet. They might be looking for when one of those 2 cars can get pushed to finish in first and get a DWI Chevy Prism in victory lane for the first time this season. 3 to go. It's El Matador Toto Rosanna still leading. Woo Ba Bala hanging on to it, staying on that bumper. It's still Blood and Henry with Jeff Shanice just barely in 5th.
What a defensive drive by El Matador Toto Rosanna. He is staying up at the front. He's got that car working up there, and he's holding the rest of this field back.
Matador Toto Rosanna has been having a rough go at it this season, but he is finishing the top 10 in the last 3 races.
He's drifting up. He can't hold that line.
He is, and here comes Woo Ba Bala. Here comes Woo Ba Bala with Richard Blood. Richard Blood going inside.
The balls of a horse and the will to win at all times with 2.5 laps to go.
2.5 to go. It's Bala and it's Blood. It's Bala and it's Blood.
And when Bali meets Blood, the fans win every time.
Absolutely.
Coaster trains that are just flying up in the air, and it's about to come.
And the high line is causing the problem. It's going to be Richard Blood with Jean-Paul Henry, but Richard Blood may be giving way to Henry at this point. Richard Blood may be looking for that first ever victory. Can he get it? What a story this would be. 2 laps to go. It's Richard Blood in the number 51 Box of Wine Chevy. Behind him is Woo Ba Bala and Jean-Paul Henry, his teammate Henry, in the number 40 Ludger Beer Bombs car. Richard Blood, what a story we've got here. Richard Blood yet to get a series victory.
He's been so quick all this time.
All
Still
season.
For his first win. Could it be today? Or will his teammate just rip his heart right out of his chest?
Or will the series champion of last year, Jean-Paul Henry, is right on his tail. Woo Ba Bala is still in the mix at the high end. Jeff Shanice is putting a run on Jean-Paul Henry, going 3 wide into this turn. I think this is turn number 3 at this point. And look at him going 3 wide. Who will get the edge on this one?
Jeff Shanice going with Paul Alcohol on the inside.
That he is. Alcohol staying behind Shanice. It looks like going into this final turn to see the white flag. Jean-Paul Henry's putting a little look in there, but no, he's going to stay behind. And Woo Ba Bala got sent way up the track.
Oh boy, I think
They are wobbling around here. Wobble, baby. And we are seeing as they go. Who is it going to be going in the white flag? Is it going to be?
Oh, man. Oh, wow.
It's Jeff Shanice at the white flag with 1 to go. Look at this pack of cars. It is an exciting finish of this race. Jeff Shanice.
Folks, if you aren't allowed to watch
Jeff do it?
Could the Iron Chef do it? Whose cuisine will reign supreme at Strong Style King Roadway to set a best 500?
Oh, will this be more heartbreak for DWI? Shanice, alcohol is putting the run on. Richard Blood is pushing Jeff Shanice. The Iron Jeff is racing hard with Paul Alcohol. What a finish. Paul Alcohol is just taking the lead. Maybe it's going to be neck and neck. But I think the draft goes to Jeff Shanice. We're going to see him come around and find out how this goes. Richard Blood maybe pushing for second, maybe trying to rocket in front. But the low line is not available. Paul Alcohol has got that real estate covered. Here comes Shanice around another turn. Alcohol gets a big run in there. Big run off the turn.
It's going to be close.
It's going to be very close. Paul Alcohol, could he be the first 2-time winner this season? Who's it going to be? Is it Alcohol or Shanice? Alcohol or Shanice? I think it's going to be Jeff Shanice. The Iron Jeff has done it.
The Iron Jeff wins. It's the Iron Jeff. It's the Iron Jeff.
What a win for this independent racing team.
Oh my goodness. What a victory.
Jeff Shanice
for the Iron Jeff. The Sage of Szechuan dipping sauce.
What a finish. Platinum Lord, that has been, what an amazing finish to this auto race.
Oh man, what an amazing finish as well to this Cinnafist and to this Cinnafist.
I can't believe we ate the whole thing.
Richard Blood misses out in his first win by 92 1/1000ths of a second.
900ths of a second. It is absolute heartbreak. Another great finish, but you know what? Richard Blood quietly moving up those standings. That is his 6th top 10 finish.
Oh man, what a victory this is for Jeff Shanice.
Wow.
Coming all the way back as an independent team, the Iron Jeff reigns supreme.
Wu Bala finishing in 4th. Paul Alcohol gets 3rd. Look at Doug Pork, the rookie, in the 83 car. Sponsored by Good Gravy. And they're all going to go ahead.
Getting a good run at the end here. He almost could have.
And there goes Richard Blood. Oh, good God, Richard Blood. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, my God.
Oh, he's dumb as hell. He just missed the fucking pit road.
Oh, man. I think that's going to be a new celebration here at Strong Style Kings
I think
Roadway.
so. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my.
Oh, my damn.
Gosh.
And Lee Corso's just like, fuck it, we're done here. Oh my goodness, what in the hell? We just had, what a goddamn auto race that was.
That was something else here.
Hugh, you know, we always talk about those races, we always talk about those races where that last lap just gets so crazy, just gets so dang stupid. That was so amazing to watch that race.
I tell you what, this is a race where if you're not a fan of auto racing, you would show that you've got to watch this, even if you don't.
Absolutely.
Which, if you don't, by default, I mean, fuck you, honestly. But I'll tell you what,
I don't doubt that one.
But even if you're not, you just gotta love a race like this.
That is what we're talking about. We're talking about being a goddamn auto race. Amazing action. And the celebrations are just so, the pageantry, the celebrations, it's a beautiful thing to behold.
Gentlemen.
And right on cue,
wow.
Let us thank you and welcome the representative of most glorious and honorable
legitimate business school operation. New branch campus coming to Ugly Town.
Amazing. A nice new. That sounds like it's going to be like a satellite campus. Cause I can't imagine. I imagine the original one's in Japan, but that's going to be good.
Yes, it's like DirecTV or schoolgirl panty hentai.
Well, hell, even indirect TV, however you can get it to people, that's fine to see. Has Most Glorious and Honorable Mr. Naga, may he race for 10,000 miles? Has he enjoyed the race that we just witnessed? Was he pleased?
No, driver lost. His family shall be executed one by one, starting with fingers.
Oh goodness.
Jeez.
I didn't realize you could just execute somebody's fingers, but I mean, okay. A tough performance by the racing team. Reverend Pastor Chavez involved in that wreck early on. Had to be on the trail. That's unfortunate. He's been your best driver all season. It's really a shame he got caught up in that wreck. Bowie Jessup finished a lap down, 22nd place. Your driver, of course, was the first driver on a lap down in 19th. It's been troubling, but you got one car still in the playoffs. And hopefully they can turn around. I mean, we got a couple more races to go, and plus, of course, Reverend Pastor Chavez has still been racing pretty dang good for you guys.
Yes.
Well, I think is the place we're going to go. I think I could use myself one of them touchscreen sandwiches and maybe a Don Burry.
Oh man, is that
a touchscreen hand job?
I mean, if they're going to, I expect that job. I expect that sandwich made in that Don Burry bowl, that job of making that Don Burry bowl to be done with their hands. That's what I expect. I don't want some machine doing it.
Absolutely. Now, just to be clear, is a touchscreen sandwich? Is that a sandwich where the touchscreen is the filling, or is that the bread?
I think it's the bread.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Also, I think touchscreen sandwich might be a football player name going forward. Going a little inside baseball there, inside football, indoor football there, but nonetheless. Lord, have you gotten down there to talk to Jeff Shanice? He seems happy as an outdated clam.
Oh my goodness! I'll tell you what. I actually want to go ahead and defer the very first question to our race winner, to our representative of Mr. Naga, Most Glorious and Honorable One. But we do have Jeff Shanice on the wire.
Yes.
Yes.
Mr. Shanice-san. Why did you win race and not the most honorable representative?
Oh man. Oh boy. This all weekend's just been so emotional. I won this race because I want to win it, and I just want to thank everybody back at our shop down in Florida. We had a great race. It's been a tough year for all of us. To be an independent driver here in the Diddler Cup Racing Series, and be competing for a championship now. It's official. We're going to the playoffs, and we're going to try and win us a title here for everybody. That's why they call me the Iron Jeff, because I'm just unbreakable.
Jeff, it was I hate to bring this up, but the story just gets even more impressive because you entered the race today in last place in the points, and you're racing in the playoffs. You got a chance to race for the championship now. You don't have to worry about that.
That's the thing, man. When we looked at ourselves, we were looking at standings, and we found ourselves last place in the points. Oh man, we try not to get so down on ourselves, but we just kept working at it and kept working at it, and eventually we found ourselves a way to win this race.
Unbelievable, amazing job, Jeff. Lloyd, you got any more questions, Lloyd, for him?
Yes, absolutely. It's been a tough season. It's been a tough season for many reasons. Last the points. Do you have anything else to say about the rumors that have been popping out? Actually, no. I haven't. No, I just say me and my wife. We've been committed for 10 years. No, not those rumors.
No, not that. No, not that at all.
We're talking about. You remember back in Stone Mountain, had a little dust up in the pit lane.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah, I do remember that. Seems like we got a good look here, but we persevered through it. Did you notice anything funny about that incident? No, not honestly. I mean, we took a big old lick there. Of course, our team, they fixed the car back up. I don't understand. I mean, we just won the playoffs, man. All right, way to go. Yes.
You know what? Yeah. Congratulations, Jeff. That's we ain't getting anything out of him.
Oh man, is this a big old giant cinnamon roll? Awesome, man. Thank you. All right, let's dig in, boys. Wah!
And they are somehow spraying. They are somehow spraying frosting all over each other. It's like the champagne, but it's frosting. It is straight up frosting.
Carbonated.
Remind me of tentacle porn.
It doesn't everything.
Chewy octopus love. Yes.
We can get that at yes. We can get the tentacle porn octopus roll at yes.
Isn't Chewy Octopus Love just a praying mantis album from like the early '90s? I don't know. That sounds like a Kiss song to me.
Yes.
Yes, that is where we're going. Hi.
Oh my goodness. Well, there we go. Wow, what a race! What a story! What a story that Jeff Shanice.
The sage of Szechuan dipping sauce,
amazing,
as they call him.
Unreal. It's an incredible story, an incredible edible story.
Sweet and sour power.
Yeah, the sweet and sour power indeed. You are absolutely right. We're going to go ahead and see what in the hell happened here. We're going to go ahead and pull up some of the highlights, or as we like to call it, Rex. Most glorious representative, would you like to see some of the Rex again?
Yes.
Well, we can go there later.
Hi.
Yeah, hello. Hey, Lord. Look, we're almost done on the race. You don't need to greet everybody.
No, I'm saying yes. I do want to see the highlights. So
right. Hi.
Who were victims of errant chainsaw again?
We had some errant chainsawing. The chainsaw. The chainsaw kind of just made its way around. It took a couple of victims early on. We had a lap 3 wreck. We're gonna go ahead and show that. Oh my God, that is somebody. We didn't even see that happen. How in the fucking hell? Holy shit! Oh well, I think I know where the anger needs to go. It might need to go to your old boy Kevin Boner Pillman and Reverend Pastor Chavez getting involved in that one.
Mighty Punch Man.
Oh man, I remember Mighty Punch Man. That was like my favorite cartoon back in the late 80s growing up.
Especially when he get implant fist in head.
Well, we're going to go ahead and watch. Keep an eye in the center of your screen. That is that number 15 Dongerex Injectapen. Watch the yes car as well. And also get a look at Big Daddy Thibodeau in the Tucson car behind there. We're going to go ahead and take a look at this. You can see they made contact right about here. Oh, and just a big lick. Got a couple cars involved. And oh, the Dongerex Injectapen. The Pen 15 was just spinning. It was doing a meat spin.
And the Boner Soldiers in attendance. That's right, the Boner Soldiers.
Yeah, that is the worst of that one. We're going to see. It didn't really hit. We're going to keep an eye on. Let's take a look at Big Daddy Thibodeau involved in that one. That was clearly the worst of it.
200 km/h breakdance.
Yeah, that is unfortunate. Yeah, Boo and Jessup got involved in that one. Vitalik Kriptov, a lot of cars. The Taco Baco car took a lick there. That is.
Oh man, that's a hard hit.
That's a hard hit, and we gotta hope that Kevin Boner Pillman is all right. But
oh, he'll be fine.
I'm sure he'll be fine.
I'm sure the blood was just rushing to his head a little bit.
Oh yeah, that's what we're figuring is gonna happen. That's what we figured happened. We're gonna go ahead and take a look. I think. I'm trying to think what happened at lap 19. I think it was.
If you need Boner Pillman blood sample, try the dick.
Excuse me?
You need the Kevin Boner Pillman blood sample, try Topcock.
Oh, no doubt. Okay. Oh, sorry. I think we got something got lost in the translation here. Well, we're going to look at what brought out the caution, I believe, or maybe it wasn't a caution. This is lap number 18, about to be 19. We're watching KFC. The KFC I Ate the Bones car driven by Smiley Van Buren as cars were heading off to pit lane, and
folks, this is about to get real stupid.
It's going to get really stupid as he tries to go to pit road, just does not make it happen. And his own teammate just lands into him. Paul Walker Thankfully, Paul Walker did not get involved in that one.
Yeah, it would be a shame if, Paul Walker just got himself Paul Walker getting himself an entirely avoidable accident, that...
That's tough. All that smoke from, what do we determine it was from? The volcano,
yeah, that's right. Congratulations, by the way, on installing the actual volcano. Thank you for taking advantage of the fact that this racetrack is built on a literal damn fault line.
The man-made volcano. Kudos for that one. That's just a brilliant idea.
Yes, had to disable one Ferris wheel for today. Had to be Ferris wheel's day off.
Oh, fair enough. I understand. I mean, because that's the thing. The question is, what ride is going to break down? The question is, what ride isn't going to break down?
There's nothing in the world like strong style King's Roadway.
Hey, don't chicka-chicka.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Now in organic form.
We're looking at lap number 34, I believe. This is Jim Blossom's missing pit road, bringing out the caution that led to that big old sprint to finish things off. Jim Blossom's dumb as hell. He lost his mind with Allison Road on the radio for not being told when to go over to pit, and he's just really trying his dangest.
You can see he's no shape for driving, but anyway, he's got no place to go. I mean, look at him. He's just trying to climb up the track, and he can't get anywhere.
Yeah, nothing.
Yet, it might not be that bad. I mean, he at least saw the checkered flag, and that was probably the best finish he's had in a while.
Yeah, it wasn't so bad for Jim Blossom. It's been a tough season. I mean, he's in a new car. He's in a new bit of. It takes a little bit to get the new equipment. I mean, it's been fixated for him.
But of course, if he hadn't blown the whole thing a few races ago here, I mean, he left some wins on the table. He might be there in the playoffs.
Absolutely.
Now he's there alone.
He is there alone. And just for the heck of it, we're going to go ahead and watch Richard Blood. Here's Richard Blood at the end of the race. Richard Blood at the end of the race just does something absolutely stupid. This was the end of the race. The race for the finish. Jeff Shanice pulling out. And again, we can't downplay the fact that Jeff Shanice just put together an amazing race. This is just an amazing victory for the 38
in the
team.
points, and he may or may not have killed a man, but the Iron Jeff reigns supreme. That's right. Even the old lady on the panel said that there was just the right amount of salt on the dish, as opposed to there not being enough salt or there being too much salt.
No doubt about that, and you know that is one salted bitch who can always just ruin a reputation. But Iron Jeff Shanice, he has earned that nickname, Iron Jeff himself, and that is going to be some amazing. We're looking at the last lap. We're just watching again. Richard Blood pulling into second place again, falling so short. You gotta hope that he's going to have a good. He's going to be in the good running for making the playoffs. He's just been running so consistently good that he's going to have to be possibly one of those 2 extra spots. You got to imagine. We're going to go ahead and just watch the finish of this race as, again, the outside line proved to actually be all right. It gave Richard Blood a push that he needed to finish in second when he was sitting in third on the last lap most of the time. And it was this last one, and he completely misses it and just fucks it completely right here. Just goes ass over tea kettle and completely fucks it. And he was thinking, well, I don't know what the hell he was thinking. And he's gonna think he can get onto pit road now, and he's just
best celebration for second place.
It's a very strange celebration. I think we're gonna go ahead and go on board with Richard Blood here. I think we need to just see this. So let's go ahead and rewind this a little bit.
We're gonna call this and this is, I believe, we've heard after the race. This is what he calls, and these are his words: the Hawaiian victory lap.
It is the Hawaiian victory lap. It's like when you're trying to jump an island, you're completely missing pit lane, which is right damn there, and he tries to drive up it. And oh, good God, that is.
I think it just it tried to do one of those 4-wheel drifts up the pit road like everybody else seemed to be doing, and just couldn't get around to it. Of course, these high-powered rear-wheel drive cars would be good for power sliding here, but he just couldn't get around there. I think it might have been too tight. We'll see.
No doubt about that. Well, gentlemen, it has been a goddamn auto race. We'd like to thank all y'all for joining us here. You've been with us for the long haul here today at Strong Style Kings Roadway. We hope to see you on Thursday night. Time to be determined when we head back to the good old US of A in Brooklyn, New York for the notorious 187. We head to Enjoy Stock Car Racing, ironically, Speedway in Brooklyn, New York for the notorious 187. And we are going to be in for some fun short track racing, I believe, Lord. It's going to be, actually, no, it's a 1 mile oval, but it's a flat track. It might as well be a short track based on how we're calling it, but it is a flat oval. Going to be a lot of different racing. No bank turns on that one. It's going to be interesting to see how these guys manage these turns and who will also qualify for the playoffs. 11 are in.
It's going to be our artists anal racing, as they call it these days.
Yeah, artists and anal, absolutely. And right now we are seeing, I'm telling you, I'm looking at the standings right now. Jean-Paul Henry and Richard Blood are the two tops of the points right now. If they don't win a race, but they stay competitive, they're in the playoffs without a single win as those two teams. That's pretty impressive right there. And, of course, we're going to have more information like that for you. But, of course, our winner today is Jeff Shanice. He is the winner. The Iron Jeff has done it. And that is going to be it for us. Well,
that's right.
Beautiful. That is just beautiful.
Oh, man.
Well, gentlemen, it has been a goddamn auto race. Lightning Lord Shivers and the representative on behalf of Most Glorious and Honorable Mr. Naga, thank y'all for joining us.
Yes.
We'll go ahead to get ourselves some Don Burry and some of those tentacle octopus love rolls.
Get yourself some Don Cherry as well.
And Don Cherry, yeah.
Oh, folks, I tell you what, you got to have a head on swivel when you get your Don Cherries, especially with the suit games. I tell you what, speaking of suit games, when I get back home, I'm gonna call up my buddy Burt Reynolds and I'm gonna tell him how proud I was, just of all the work that he's done.
Oh, absolutely. It's good to tell him that. I mean, it's been a while since we talked to the man. We're going to tell him how much we appreciate him. So that's it for us. That is the Diddler Cup. This has been a goddamn auto race. Sayonara from Tokyo, Japan. We'll be back in the good old US of A on Thursday night. We hope to see you there. And this has been... This is the farewell, Lord.
Yes. Yes. Hi.
Yeah, we're going there in a second. Yeah, absolutely. I'm Chip Chapman. This has been a goddamn auto race. We're going to yes.